Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. So today I wanted to sit down and chat about how to avoid weight gain at the holidays, give you some of my tips and tricks, and share all of the ways that I'm going to be making the most of the holidays without gaining all the extra weight. So let's get into the video. Tip number 1 is to be vigilant about your water intake. Now, I've mentioned recently that I'm using a water tracking app called My Water. I love the app. I actually just got a notification to drink more water. But one of the things that you can really do is to make sure that you're getting enough hydration so that you're not eating because you're hungry. One of the tips of that I have is that I always have this guy around, somewhere floating around. It's empty right now, but I always keep water with me so that I don't ever have any reasons to not be drinking it. I also drink loads of decaf tea throughout the day, but just making sure that you're keeping your water intake up so you're actually eating when you're hungry can be such a huge help in maintaining your weight or even continuing your weight loss goals throughout the holidays. So tip number 2 is going to be to keep your daily activity levels up. So maybe you offer to go for a walk with your family. You ask your mom or your cousin or your sister or your brother or whomever if they want to go for a walk before a meal. Maybe you sign up for a 5K for Thanksgiving morning. We did a half marathon a couple of years ago, which is a bit ambitious, and I was sore for days afterwards, but it's a great way to make sure that you're not just stopping and halting everything. Make sure that you're still being somewhat active throughout the day. You know, maybe try a class with your family, or, you know, go for, play a game in the garden, whatever works best for you guys. But keeping your activity levels up so that you're still maintaining your normal routine to some degree can be such a huge help in making sure that those extra pounds don't stick. Tip number 3 is going to be to build your plate around vegetables. That is like my life motto here at Savee and Savory. All the vegetables, all the time. Now, if you're going to eat lots of other things, make sure that you're getting in those nutrients and that fiber that you really, really need, and then add the other stuff in. Making sure you're getting in all that fiber to make sure that you're getting the nutrients and staying full like you need to can really help, cut back on some other stuff. Focusing on vegetables is always a good idea, and it's definitely a good way to make sure that you're filling yourself up with good nutrients. And that's not to say that you can't have anything else, but if you make sure that at least half your plate is good vegetables, then there's room for whatever other sneaky things that you want to have on the day. Tip number 4, take a to-go plate. I feel like so many people will either eat everything because they feel like they can only eat it there, whereas you could probably eat off of it for 2 days. So maybe make a plate, balanced plate with some of the items that you want, and then bring some Tupperware with you and take some to-go plates. Then you can have it for the next 2 days, and it's not so shocking to your body. You don't feel guilty about it. You're having small indulgences, and it's not so overwhelming. There's no reason that you can't have a couple of healthy / treat balanced meals for 2 days if you did lunch and dinner one day and lunch and dinner the next day. So don't be afraid to take a to-go plate if you're with your family. I'm sure they're going to send you home with tons of leftovers anyways, so maybe make it your little to-go plate so that you can feel more balanced and not feel like the stuffed turkey because you ate everything at once because it was all there. You had to eat it all then. Tip number 5, offer to bring a plate. Now, if you don't cook, one of my best friends is a terrible cook, and we always designate her with the protein source for Friendsgiving. But if you are in a very specialty diet and you feel like your pickings are going to be very, very slim, offer to bring a plate. The first couple of years that I was vegan, I remember the first Christmas that I was vegan, I went around and I just snacked between places because I couldn't eat anything that my family had, and I didn't really want to tell some of my family that I was vegan yet because I didn't want to have that conversation. And I meant to bring a dish for myself, and I just did it. So don't be afraid to make a dish that you can eat. Even if nobody else can eat it, bring it and make it so that you know that you have something that you can eat and that you feel good about eating. And then you know that you have a healthy option and you won't feel so bad about indulging in other things, which you shouldn't feel guilty for eating food. P.S. I don't ever want you to feel guilty for eating, but if you want to make sure that you're getting in that healthiness and you're wanting to make it a goal and a priority, bringing a plate or a meal that you know that it's going to be good for you and what you really want to have on your plate guarantees that you're going to have it available. Tip number 6, be conscious of your alcohol intake. Now, I know that whenever I've had anything to drink at a friend's and I have more than one drink, I crave carbs. I just want something to absorb it. I know what I crave. I know what I want when I have that. So being conscious about it, because, you know, once you start drinking 3 or 4 drinks, you know, or however many, 1 to 5, however many it takes you to get to that place, then you just start eating whatever and you kind of throw everything out the window. So being conscious of how much you're drinking alcohol-wise can really help you make sure that you're not gonna suddenly have a downhill battle with food for the evening and eat all of the things that are really not what you want to have, but alcohol and fueled parties, you know, you eat all the stuff. Tip number 7, don't skip meals. Every year, my family does it every year, and it's oh, I'm not eating breakfast because I'm gonna have a really big lunch. You still need to maintain the things that your body expects. So maintaining your blood sugar levels. Eating a small breakfast is gonna help you stay on track. If you keep your routine in that way, you're gonna be more likely to make better choices throughout the day than if you were to just throw caution to the wind. Remember, I said that you can pack a plate for later. So if you eat your if you eat your morning breakfast, maybe it's a green smoothie, maybe it's a bowl of oatmeal. I can't speak today, guys. But whatever your normal healthy breakfast is, if you keep that, then at least you're going to set yourself up for that same healthy tone for the rest of the day. I know that when I have a healthy breakfast, I'm a lot more likely to make better choices throughout the day because I've set myself for that tone for the rest of the day. So make sure that you're eating breakfast. Don't skip meals. You can do it. And my last tip is going to be to relax and enjoy the time with your family and friends. Don't feel so overwhelmed by your food choices. Don't feel like you're on a strict diet. Make the best healthy choices that you can. Be active, drink water, and just enjoy the time. Because if you're stressed about it, it's just gonna make it worse and you only get so much time with your friends and family. So I hope these tips will help you. I hope that you'll be able to implement them and making sure that you are staying on track and getting all of the holiday weight loss goals that you want, and that you can come out on the other side of the year even lighter than you were before. So I love you guys. You matter to me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please click that button because I would love for you to join our family. And make sure you like this video, show it lots of love. So I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. I will see you all in my next video. Have a good week. Bye, guys.